What's up, guys? Let's start off by taking a deep breath on three. 1, 2, 3. So I'm here in San Francisco, Ocean Beach, just hanging out. And I wanted to tell you guys a story about a time where I was almost departed with my money due to frivolous thoughts, lack of discipline, and what's the word I'm looking for? The phrase. When you don't delay gratification, that's what I was looking for. I want to tell you guys a story where I did not practice delayed gratification, but luckily it ended up working out just by the grace of God, right? So I am 23 years old and I just got my first big boy job, career, play, and for some reason I was going through it like a midlife, quarter life crisis. I don't even know why. I really don't know why. Things are going pretty smoothly, and actually I do kind of know why. So part of my job is I have a sales job. Part of it is driving from place to place to sell equipment, right? And my job gave me a work truck to do this job in, right? So I have my own car. It's a small Kia Optima sedan. Well, it's small compared to this big ass truck, but it's a regular sedan, and it has a dent in it because my car got stolen last year, and the people who stole it crashed it, right? So I have a Kia with a dent in it. It's not the most beautiful car, but it still drives and gets the job done. The miles per gallon is pretty good, and it's easy. It takes care of me. It starts up every turn, right? So now that I have this truck that I'm actually sitting in right now, I don't really need my Kia technically, right? Because I can use this to go around town, to run errands and stuff, drive around town, right? So I don't really need the Kia. So my brain was telling me to buy a new car, like a new fun sedan or coupe, just because I had this truck. And I could have a fun car because I want to start working on cars, or doing my own maintenance and whatnot, just because I haven't done it before, right? So I hop on Facebook Marketplace. I start looking for cars. I wanted it to be rear wheel drive. I was looking at manual options too, because I just wanted to have fun, right? And manual cars are apparently more fun. Rear wheel drive is obviously more fun. So I was just scrolling through Facebook, and I ended up looking at a BMW 3 Series from 2002. I'm laughing because I'm never the type of person who would buy a BMW. I'm always yo, let's get a Toyota, let's get a Honda, because they're more reliable and they're they make more sense, right? Especially I don't want to crash out and just spend a lot of money on a car that's unreliable, or a car that is 20 years old, right? I actually went to purchase this 2003 BMW for $3,500, right? And that's not a crazy amount of money, but keep in mind this is a 20-year-old car. I would have to put in a bunch of maintenance on it to keep it running, and it's not as reliable as my Kia, right? And my Kia is still sitting. It turns on every crank to this day, right? And I've never had any issues with it. It's perfectly fine. I don't need a BMW. That's basically the point of this video. I don't need a BMW, but my brain almost made me let me buy one, right? So I get to the guy's place. I'm checking out the car. I have the cash in my account, in my SoFi account, right? And I'm like, dude, let's go, let's do it, right? I didn't think it was super spontaneous. I was feeling very impulsive for some reason. As soon as I got this truck, I'm like, okay, let me buy a fun car so I can just drive around in it. And I knew it was gonna cost money, to maintain the car and put gas in it, obviously. And I knew I was gonna drive it more than my Kia because it's a BMW, right? I feel like I would have more fun with it. But thank God, this is a grace of God, right? I was gonna buy the car that day, the second time I saw him. I didn't buy it the first time, but I was like, all right, I'll come back and I'll buy it, right? And I'm at work. It's a Monday. So what happened was I went there on Friday or Saturday, and I didn't have all the money in my account yet, so I had to transfer it for Monday. So I was like, all right, bro, I'll be back on Monday. I'll be cash ready and I'll give you the money. So Monday I'm at work and I get a text from the guy. He says, yo, bro, some guy just came and paid me $4,000 for it. And we had agreed on a price, $3,500. So he basically sold the car for a $500, extra than I was gonna pay for it, right? So I was like, damn, bro, I felt like I got rug pulled, right? Like I was like, I didn't really tell anyone I was gonna buy a BMW, but I was like expecting I was gonna have a BMW that night, right? So the dude just sold it to another guy, right? And I was pissed off at first because I'm like, bro, what the fuck? That's a dick move, right? But then, by the grace of God, because I knew like something was just off about this purchase, right? Like I knew I've never had a BMW, I've never maintained a car on my own, like never like worked on a car myself, and it was E46. And there's a bunch of forums on E46 and like how to keep up with them and all the issues with them. But that being said, by some grace of God, this guy, sold his car to someone else. And I was like, damn, that almost was me. And I'm super happy it wasn't, because that $3,500 can be invested and I can use it towards so many different things that a BMW purchase would have just been like a depreciating asset over time, a money pit. It just would have cost me a shit ton more money than $3,500. You pay $3,500 today, but you're paying forever after that, right? Like you don't gain anything from it, from maybe like having fun, right? And it made me appreciate my Kia so much more, because it's a fun car. Don't get me wrong, like I love my Kia, but obviously there's a dent in it, but I've had it for like 5 years, so I got a lot of memories with that car, and it's a fun car to drive. And the point of this was like, trying not to be impulsive with your purchases, appreciate the things you already do have. And just because something changes in your life, like this new truck, doesn't mean that you have to flip everything else around that new accommodation or that new thing that came into your life. And that's called lifestyle creep. Like if you were making 50K your whole life and next year you're making 100K, that doesn't mean you move into a new apartment instantly, right? You want to stack up some bread. It doesn't mean you buy a BMW instantly the day you get the car, right? You got to live that 100K life for a while. You got to lower your expenses, really count your cash, and make sure everything's straight before you do any impulsive buying like I almost did. So yeah, that's a little story I wanted to share with you guys, because I feel like it's going to change the trajectory of my life personally, because that BMW, while it would have been cool and fun or whatever, I can now save up my money, because I really still want the car, don't get me wrong, but now I can buy one that's in better shape in 5-10 years or whatever down the line, after I've proved to myself that I deserve this car, after I've proved to myself that I can pay for this car and afford this car long term, right? So hopefully that does something to you guys, whether it's a car or a trip, even something that you're like you shouldn't be doing, but you see people doing around you, or your parents are encouraging you to do some stuff. Hopefully this little story can divert your attention to the things that are more important in life, like investing for your future and just making sure that you're actually able to take care of yourself first. All right, don't forget to like this video. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. I know it's been a while, but I'm gonna keep them coming. Thanks. Bye.